It's important to discuss youth employment because in the next decade we're going to see an enormous growth in the number of youth as compared to the rest of the population, and there are no jobs for those youth. And this is especially a problem in Africa, where there is a youth bulge coming, and of course there's all kinds of pressures like migratory pressures. Why we from here have to help address the issue of youth unemployment there. I think the roundtable discussion this afternoon, what we can expect is that policymakers, I used to be a policymaker myself, will inform their actions much more by the experts, especially from Africa, that have been working to get out the truth and to get out the lessons learned, what works and what does not work. This would be my aim, to also connect those worlds. The main points of the discussion will be what are the specific issues for youth, why they can't access work the way they want and the way they should, the connection between education and work, but also how can more opportunities be created by several actors, not only governments, donors, but also private sector. The letter on inclusive development of Minister Ploemen is a very useful basis for policies finally focusing on both women and youth, and this afternoon it's about work for youth. And the letter is still a letter, of course. There's some good activities that have already been described there, but we really need a concerted effort right now in order to put those recommendations and those policy ideas into practice. So the idea is really this afternoon to also formulate pragmatic actions that we can do together to address the problem of youth unemployment in Africa. For youth employment in developing countries, this means that, especially me working on Africa, it means that we need an approach which is more comprehensive. This is not only the issue of donors and of civil society, but this is also an issue of the wider private sector. So the challenge is now to connect both policy and academia and research, but also to bring in the private sector to this equation and have them help create more economic opportunities for youth, and especially for youth entrepreneurs.